everybody, welcome to this special screening of Only When I Dance. And let me introduce this fine woman here. This is Beattie Finzi, the filmmaker. Hi, Beattie. Tell us about your film.
Only When I Dance tells the story, the journey of two remarkable young kids in what will turn out to be the most pivotal year of their lives as they try to dance their way out of the favelas of Rio. But it is at its root a story of family and what a family will do to enable a child to realise their dreams.
And on that note, enjoy the film. I know you will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
In the most notorious slum districts of Rio, filmmaker Beattie Finzi knew she was onto something special when she met the tremendously talented and determined Erlan.
Essa é a minha maior vontade, de sair daqui para lugar melhor e sossegado e levar os meus pais junto comigo.
The charming and wistful Isabella.
Uma companhia clássica, de repente, seria um sonho, né?
And their formidable mentor, Marissa.
Eu tenho meus filhos, eu tenho meus netos, eu tenho minha família. A dança significa a minha vida.
The film charts a crucial year of competition for her precocious protagonists.
E vocês têm de amar a dança para vocês poderem conseguir ir até o final.
Eu sinto assim uma responsabilidade muito grande porque o que acontecer essa noite vai decidir o meu futuro.
It also paints a touching portrait of family and friends as they struggle with institutional prejudice.
Só falta se colocar assim, dança clássica não é para o negro.
Parece que ela foi criada
dança clássica
só para burgueses.
É para os europeus. Dança clássica é para quem tem condições.
And the bittersweet burden of great potential amidst crippling poverty.
Alcançando aquilo que vai nos deixar feliz. Por isso todo o esforço foi feito. Maravilhoso.
Now, Beattie, you have been a documentarian since 1994, and you'd certainly ventured into the world of ballet before. What drew you to this particular story?
The opportunity to tell a story of hope, of real ambition, of dream, really, I mean, like an extraordinary dream.
Sempre vou correr atrás, batalhar bastante para conseguir ir para fora e conseguir também assim dar uma vida melhor para os meus pais.
You know, this wasn't some sort of middle-class angst about maybe I'll manage it, maybe I won't. I mean, everything was stacked against them. And that, to me, was kind of epic.
A vitória é uma coisa que, para uns, ela vem no berço de ouro e para outras, você é que vai entrar dentro desse berço.
Filmmaking, as we know, is always a collaborative process. I mean, there's so many people behind the scenes that are involved, and we're, very lucky to have your producer here.
Yes, the producer, Georgia Lasavio.
Georgia, let me come to you for a moment. So you found yourself in Rio and you were fascinated by the social projects.
Yeah, exactly. The idea was everything in the favela is always like you just hear the bad things, and actually there are some great social projects. The idea to show that there was good things in the favela, not just bad things, and what if you have talent, what do you do?
You needed two pivotal characters, and you were there for 3 years, is that right?
Well, exactly, the research process, the kind of trying to crack the ideal characters took about 3 years.
3 years, over 3 years.
Kind of incredibly impressed by the sort of tenacity of Georgia at just keeping going until we found just the right kids at just that right moment, because this was the year where they would have the first possibility of performing before an international audience, and therefore the first chance they might have of kind of jumping out.
Eu estou levando o Irlan e Isabela para uma das competições mais importantes no Brasil.
Once we had them, it was like, that's it. We just got to go. We've got to get that now. It was very thrilling.
One of the themes of the film is the struggle of the parents to help support their child financially to achieve their dream.
Eu tentava encher de tudo quanto fosse sensibilizar a gerência, o subgerente do banco. E isso daí ia me torturando porque eu chegava em casa, olha, eu não consegui crédito.
Did the families get any fee for actually appearing in the film, which in turn sort of helped with that aim?
No, but the temptation to dip into your own pocket is overwhelmingly strong. But I have a code, and it was certainly the code of the production team, that while we were making the film, that we had to resist that, because actually, to have influenced proceedings, well, it just would have made it into a piece of factual entertainment. It would turn into another kind of show. Did we, at the end of filming, help out Isabella's family? Yes. And it's one of my, ambitions as a consequence of the film, that we can help them going forward too, because they're not out of the woods.
Não, foi de tarde. Eu não sei o que aconteceu, não. Só tava dando uns tiros lá pro outro lado.
You could have easily sort of explored the difficulties of living in the favela. I mean, the favela you were working in is notoriously dangerous, isn't it?
That was something bizarrely we were living with vividly on a day-to-day basis, but actually trying to keep out of the film hugely deliberately, because actually this is not a story about violence, it's a story about a family.
Boa sorte. Liga, tá?
It was a very emotional and touching piece. I thought it was absolutely fabulous from beginning to end.
Thank you.
I also think you should probably supply some Kleenex with every notepad. But I just want to know, as a filmmaker, what did you take from this experience?
I don't think I've ever been as touched or as moved by a relationship like I was with Ilan and his mum and dad. I don't think I've ever felt such love in a family.
Eu sempre gostei de fazer uma. Aí eu pensei, eu vou fazer o nome do Ilan, e coloquei. Até quando ele chegou, ouviu, falou, pai, tá de brincadeira, né? Falei, eu fiz, pô. Ficou legal.
That is what gives Ilan his core and his strength. I miss them. I miss not being with them.
Eu sempre falei, vou fazer o nome do Ilan por quê? Mostrar que eu gosto dele pra caramba, né? Então, vou fazer. E também tô pensando depois fazer um retrato dele aqui.
It must have been difficult when Ilan left.
Yeah, and I mean, on a personal note, I think that was the most affecting day. I mean, I knew it would be. This boy would never be the same again. He was about to embark on the most extraordinary journey of his own in a new continent with a new career, and that this place would never be the same. Going back home, I just knew I had to get just a pause, a moment with them alone, and then it was as quickly and quietly as we could get away, and leave them in peace. It was incredibly emotional.
And this is the craft of being a good documentarian as well. It's knowing when to turn off the camera as well.
I think one of the most key moments like that was actually when Isabella crashed out of the competition in New York. And I could tell she just needed to burst into tears, but she was trying so hard to keep it together. I made this decision. I could hear people shouting at me, like, what are you doing? I just switched the camera off and I put it down on the ground and I just went over and I gave her a huge hug. And I remember at the time I had a friend with me just going, I'm sorry, what on earth? Are you mad? And it was like, no, we will get the moment tomorrow. It's having the confidence to know when it will come and when is the best moment for that character. Knowing when you've got it, knowing when you've just got the scene and being satisfied. It's judging when to stop, when to put the camera down, when to leave. It's a very invasive process, filming, and I think being terribly sensitive to that is critical. It's what it's all about.
São tantos dias, tantos meses de trabalho, assim, trabalhando para dançar 2 minutos no máximo.
All the weight of his career really was on that, and I felt that. I really felt that there was nowhere to go, and I couldn't believe how quick that 2 minutes went. Did you feel that as well? I was like, it's all over in 2 minutes, and you kept the one shot, which was, I thought, an extraordinary testament to his talent.
You can't take your eyes off him. And in the same with the Nijinsky piece, which is my personal favourite in the whole film, the one where he's wearing the lovely blue underpants. That dance is quite challenging by any stretch of the imagination. I was very against him doing that piece. I thought it was a complete mistake. There were some much more kind of genteel, obvious contemporary pieces he could have danced in that competition. No. He chose the most impossible, angular. I mean, the music, it's a piece of Stravinsky, it's incredibly upsetting and difficult piece of music. And he pulled it off. Outstanding.
That's funny. Ilan, you're going to ruin my movie.
No, seriously.
You're not allowed to do that one. You can pretty much tell that this woman is an incredibly impassioned filmmaker, and I really feel that you are evidently doing this for all the right reasons. Can we please thank Beatty Finzi here for Only When I Dance?
Thank you very much.
Porque já é no sangue, é uma coisa que já vem de geração em geração. Então, não tem como o brasileiro falar que não sabe. No fundo, ele sabe, às vezes não quer mostrar.
Well, that's it for this Fabulous Picture Show, and I am now going to invite you, Ilan, Isabella, and anybody else who we can get on a plane to come to the Doha Tribeca Film Festival and show your film and perform. You don't have to perform.
Not me.
No, we won't do that to you.
Well, we would be incredibly privileged. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It would be amazing to have you, really amazing, and thank you for bringing your extraordinary film. And hope you join us on the next Fabulous Picture Show, or maybe you want to come to the Doha Tribeca Film Festival, October 29 to November 1. See you then.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this film and why?
10 out of 10 for complete inspiration.
You could tell that it was authentic, and that was the beauty of this really well-crafted piece of artistry.
Emotional, funny and entertaining.
It was just overall an amazing film.
I really did feel Erlan jumping out of the screen when I saw his dancing.